So you want to start a YouTube channel, but don't want the world knowing what you look like. A lot of successful YouTubers feel the same way. You don't have to get on camera to make it on YouTube. There are plenty of ways to create YouTube videos that don't feature your face at all. And one of the niches you can try this in is the psychology niche. Follow these steps to make videos that don't show your face like popular psychology channels, Brainy Dose, and Practical Psychology. Before we get into the video, make sure to check out the link in the description for a free YouTube training that will reveal to you the biggest secret of making money on YouTube. Step 1. Come up with video ideas. In this niche, the possibilities for interesting video ideas are endless. In a world where people are trying to become more aware of how their brains operate and how those around them function, it's easy to find topics for your psychology videos that viewers interested in this niche will be drawn to. If you scroll through a channel like Practical Psychology, you'll notice that the topics for their videos range from giving tips on how someone can improve themselves to defining and explaining various terms in psychology. A channel like Brainy Dose is stricter in terms of what it puts out. Their videos come in the format of lists and focus on signs to look for in yourself and other people to come to various psychological conclusions. So when you start coming up with ideas for your videos, think of what sort of psychology channel you'd like to be. If you're going for a more informative route, come up with ideas that explain certain concepts and try to explain various psychological tests as well. If you're interested in list videos, you can do some research to figure out various signs and symptoms of certain personality types or other psychological traits. But these are just a few ideas. There are tons of others you can look into for this niche. Step 2. Write interesting scripts. Now, to make these videos, you're going to want to have a script, so there's structure to what you're saying. Once you've come up with the idea for your video, writing a script should not be so difficult. Just try to follow a structure like in the essays you would write back in school, and try to get to the point of your video quickly so you keep your audience interested. Also, make sure to use words that keep people intrigued and looking forward to the next section of your script. It would be wise to try to keep it short if your video idea doesn't require a long-winded explanation. But if there's a lot of information to cover, you can make it as long as you want. Longer videos make more room for ad placement anyway. Try to use simple language in your scripts as well in order to not lose some of your audience members with big words and long-winded sentences. If you're passionate about this niche and have a knack for writing, you should be fine. You don't need to be the best writer in the world to come up with an interesting script for a YouTube video, but if you really aren't confident, you can head to a site called Fiverr to pay a reasonable price to have your script written for you. There's lots of amazing talent out there on Fiverr, so if you're willing to pay, you can go ahead and try it out. But making an interesting and fun script should be fairly easy, even for a beginner. Just take note of how the other psychology channel scripts are structured and try to make yours in a similar way. Step 3. Record your script. Once you're satisfied with your script, you can go ahead and record what you've written. To record the script for your video, you can either use a microphone like the Blue Yeti microphone to record your voice, and an audio editing software like Audacity to edit once you've recorded. That's in the case of where you have access to such things. If you don't have a professional mic, then you can just record using your phone. Be sure to find somewhere quiet to do this, so there aren't any distracting noises in your voiceover. For these videos, it's very important to use a tone that your viewers will enjoy listening to. Try not to read in a flat tone or drag your words along because that can lose your audience attention pretty quickly. Don't read too fast, but don't do so too slowly either. Speak calmly, but as if you're interested in what you're saying. You can listen to the voiceovers in the videos on Brainy Dose's channel to get an idea of how you should sound. And again, if you're not confident in recording your own voice, you can just hire someone on Fiverr to do it for you at a good price. There are plenty of professionals on that platform who would be able to help you. Step 4. Put together your video visuals. After your script has been recorded, you're going to need to add visuals to what's being said in your script. The average video on Brainy Dose's channel is just a voiceover in the back, and short clips of various people more or less portraying what's being said by the voiceover. Your videos can take on this style too. All you have to do is use sites like Pexels and Pixabay to gather free stock images and videos that match what's being said in your voiceover. It's really simple. If you're confused as to how you can actually put these visuals over your voiceover, you can do it using a free video editing software like Canva. All you have to do is upload your recorded voiceover to Canva and upload the free stock images and videos you'd like to use as well. Then you can put them together using Canva, which is very easy to figure out. It might be wise to add some background music to your video, since music often helps with setting the mood for certain topics. You can get this music either from Canva itself, which offers free background music to videos, or you could use the YouTube audio library to choose a song that fits your video. Make sure to select Attribution Not Required so you won't have to give credit to whoever made the music. Step 5. Design a good thumbnail. A good thumbnail can be the difference between potential viewers choosing your video or someone else's. Your video can have top-notch content, but if people aren't drawn to it in the first place, then you're not going to get any views. That's where intriguing thumbnails come in. Thumbnails are basically the first thing that people see when suggested to watch your videos. A good thumbnail will sum up what your video is about in a few pictures, an interesting caption, or both. It could be whatever you want, really, as long as it's appealing to the eye and will make people want to see what your video is all about. To make a good thumbnail, you can use the option to create YouTube video thumbnails on Canva and put together some pictures or a few captions that sum up what your video is about. Try not to do too much in your thumbnail, or else it may turn people off from selecting your video. If you look at the thumbnails for Brainy Dose's channel, then you can see that they're fairly simple and only contain one picture and an interesting caption on the side. These are simple but can pique the interest of potential viewers since the captions are interesting and the pictures suit them. Once you've created a visually appealing thumbnail, you can go ahead and set it to be what your viewers see before selecting your videos. Before we get into the next step, don't forget to check out the link in the description for a free YouTube training that will reveal to you the biggest secret of making money on YouTube. And make sure to hit the subscribe button for more valuable content. Step 6. Make great video titles. In this niche, it's going to be pretty easy to come up with titles that make people want to watch your videos. Every day, more and more people are becoming interested in the topic of psychology, so phrase your titles in a way that both people who are new to psychology and those who have probably had an interest for a while would want to click on for your videos. If you're going with the list format like Brainy Dose tends to do, then your titles should be similar to theirs. You can go with Top 10 Signs Someone is a Psychopath, or 5 Ways to Make People More Attracted to You. These titles are always good to use when it comes to list videos, as they clearly summarize what the video will be about in a clear manner that audience members can understand. But if you're not doing list videos, then just try not to make your titles too long or too elaborate. For videos that attempt to explain complex mental illnesses or psychology theories, you can follow the way that Practical Psychology names these, like their video about de-individuation. The title is simply De-individuation, Definition and Examples, and this is perfect for a video that's probably going to discuss some complex terms. The word de-individuation is intriguing enough, and so are other psychological terms. A video about the condition ADHD can simply be called ADHD Explained as well. Many people are trying to understand these conditions to get a diagnosis, so they would be pretty happy to click on a video with this title. When writing your titles, it's also important to include keywords that are ranked high within the topic of your video, so that your videos can have a better chance of being seen when people search for videos in this niche. To find these words, download the vidIQ app that's designed to help YouTubers find the right keywords to include in their titles, descriptions, and tags. Once you've found these words, go ahead and add a few of them to your title. Use your discretion when doing this, because keyword stuffing can actually be harmful to your videos in the long run. It's good to include 1 or 2 keywords in your title, but leave a few for your description and tags. Make sure to check out the next video for more faceless channel ideas. See you there.